That was it.
The podcast that changes your mind by listening to inspiring people.
I'm Marion, and I'm bringing you to the Drikung Kagyu Rinchenling monastery in Kathmandu, Nepal. From October to December 2024, over 1,500 monks, nuns, and practitioners from all over the world gathered for something extraordinary. His Holiness Chetsang Rinpoche shared the Dam Ngak Dzo teachings, the treasure of precious instruction over 1,000 years old. But this is not just about ancient wisdom. This is about modern transformation. Today, I'm delighted to introduce you to Carolina, the American anthropologist who set up a Buddhist Center in Costa Rica, bringing ancient wisdom to new communities. Let's discover her "that was it" moment. So now we are in the garden of Drikung Kagyu Rinchenling monastery, and we just had lunch, and I am with Carolina. Can you tell me your name, who you are, where do you come from?
My name is Carolina, and I'm originally from Louisiana in the United States, but I live in Costa Rica now.
Wow, why do you live in Costa Rica?
Why?
Yeah.
I live with Jupan Lama Dorje. He's building a silent retreat sanctuary in Costa Rica, and I'm kind of his director and manager and translator and all the things.
And how did you meet him?
I used to live in Peru for 10 years, and I was translating for an indigenous community. And he came to one of the intercultural indigenous gatherings, so all these different tribes would come together, and he was the only Lama there. And so it caught my attention, and we connected briefly. And then about 4 years later, during the pandemic, we reconnected and ended up going to Costa Rica to share the Dharma. And neither of us went back to our countries after that. Costa Rica captivated us both.
And which language do you speak with him?
We speak Spanish.
Wow. And you translate in English when he's teaching? How do you...
Yeah, so he translates in his mind from Tibetan to Spanish, and then I'm translating from Spanish to English. So we usually have a bilingual audience.
Wow. How many people are coming to Costa Rica to be with you, like for retreat or teachings?
Usually at most of our retreats we have maybe 20 to 30 people at those, and then at our land though there's hardly anybody coming yet because we have 8 hectares of like raw cloud forest, so we live in really rustic conditions, and this year we're working to build cabins so that we can start to receive people on the land. So we just have a very handful of visitors that come, very secret.
And before building the cabins, you told me that you plant some trees.
Oh yeah, we planted at least over 600 trees at least last year, and I think before that, and including all the plants and the organic veggies, I would say we're probably around 1,000 now.
And how many cabins will you build?
That's a good question. We're going to start with 8, but Lama's goal is at least 25.
So you need a big team to help you now.
Big team, yeah. He actually wants 108 meditators, so we're probably going to go from 25 cabins to more like 100.
And what did you study before going to Costa Rica?
I actually studied cultural anthropology in college, but I'm unsure if it was helpful or not.
And I think now you're studying again.
I am. I'm studying Buddhist psychology and philosophy under the Nalanda Master's Program in India.
So you live in Costa Rica and you study in India online?
I do, yeah. With a Tibetan.
And you speak Spanish and English?
Yeah. And hopefully one day Tibetan too.
So you decided to come to this teaching with His Holiness Chetsang Rinpoche. Why do you choose to come here?
To be honest, it was kind of just intuition. I had heard that he was doing teaching for 3 months, and I thought, I really would love to go, but I doubt I can have that much time off. And then we brought a group of people to India. We do that every year, kind of a sacred journey. And the dates aligned so perfectly that we finished just a couple days before this one. And I was able to just come right here, and I didn't really know what to expect, but it's really amazing to understand the context of the lineage and the teachings more. So I would just say, yeah, my intuition said this is the place that I need to be right now.
So in this trip before in India, you went to Ladakh,
Yep.
and then you were with Sarah.
Yes.
So Sarah, you know her from US or Costa Rica. How do you met her?
We met at Garchen Buddhist Institute, so that's Lama's root teacher, so we were visiting him. We visit once a year. And when we were there, Sarah heard us speaking Spanish and thought, there's a Spanish-speaking Lama. And then we maintained in contact, and then we actually put out a post for a service position last year for an events coordinator, and she really was perfect for the job and has been, really. She's been doing amazing. So we came together to Ladakh because she coordinated the event.
And then she's leaving tonight. So we had a very good dinner all together last night, and it's very good because during the day we have teaching, and one night we have a dinner and we can share something. So it was good.
Yeah, we can share cake.
True. Because we eat dal and rice, so some cakes that was very good.
Yeah, that's nice.
So you also know Khenpo Tashi Rinpoche? How do you meet him?
I met him one time online. I was actually studying with Khenpo Rangdrol, and Khenpo Rangdrol said, I have a surprise for you today, and he brought his teacher online for about 5 minutes. So I met him for 5 minutes on the computer.
And now he's here. So did you meet him? Did you meet him in the monastery, or?
I said hi to him briefly. Yeah.
Okay. So it's funny because a lot of people they are connecting. They have met online or in the real life, and they can meet again
Yeah,
here.
without even thinking about it, you just spontaneously kind of meet.
Yeah. So. You are happy in Costa Rica, you are happy here. What would you like to share with people who can listen to this podcast or this talking?
I am happy in Costa Rica, and I am happy here. I think that it's really important to utilize our life in a really meaningful way. So often we might come to different surprises in our life, like sickness, or maybe we see people around us that are passing. And I think that what's really important is to really recognize the opportunity of life that we have right now, and to really utilize it in such a meaningful way, because it isn't permanent. And so I think that that gives us a lot more vitality to really consider, how can I be of service to others? And often we maybe just are focused on money, or we're focused on family, and we're focused on the house and the car, which are all beautiful things to focus on, of course. But it's not the only thing. If we can really find what our own gifts are and help people, find what's our unique way that we can be of support to people and be of service to the planet and be of service to humanity, I think that when at the end of the day we'll really be able to feel so fulfilled, and we'll be able to feel so happy with that. And I also think that it's so important, these like different habits that we see in our mind, not thinking that they're permanent either. Anything that's happening, whether we get angry sometimes, it's not permanent. It's not a characteristic of ourselves, so we can always edit, and really reform the way that our mind is. And that is actually the key to happiness, is that we have all the keys inside of us to really be joyful, to be grateful, to live meaningfully. And so I think that, that's what I would love to share.
And how can we meet you in Costa Rica? Because Costa Rica is big. Is there an address, a city, or something you can share that if we want to visit this cabin and do some retreat? I have heard that there will be some very nice show in the cabin with a lot of plants. And so how can we come?
My address is on top of the mountain next to the cow. There's no official address. But you can go to lamadorje.net, and there we share all of our different events that we offer. So we have a retreat coming up called Noble Silence, if you want to learn to meditate and take a couple days in silence. We have that one coming up at the end of February for Tibetan New Year. And throughout the year, we often have different retreats like this and teachings. And Lama also does teachings online as well. So That's the best place to find us. And he's also on Instagram. We're at Lama Dorje foundation on Instagram.
So a very connected Lama.
Oh yeah, he loves making videos. Give him a microphone. He actually has 7 albums on Spotify, mantras. Yeah, he loves to share and be happy, and so he's really connected on Instagram and all of the different channels.
So you are a very good team together to
yeah.
bring Dharma to different people and to bring joy. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And thank you for answering the questions.
Gracias.
Gracias. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was